Good numbing. Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to hopefully the final session of Resident Evil Code Veronica X. I say hopefully because there really isn't that much left to do. I don't think the dramatic finale music's playing. All we need to do is figure out the 2 gems to get the back room open. Which, spending several days thinking about it, I'm pretty sure I know what we got to do now. So we should be fine. I hope you're all doing well, and I apologise for not being able to stream the past couple days. Yesterday was Mother's Day in the UK, so of course I spent that with Mum, but Saturday we were just having huge internet trouble, so eventually it just made sense to hold off. It would have been a clusterfuck trying to get this last stream done. Anyway, my grand plan, we need to get both these gems, right? It seems to work by electric power. I kept on wondering why the game was telling me this, and eventually I realised, didn't we turn on the power? So my thought is because we also got a key that opened the door opposite us, so we don't need the power. What if that's what we're supposed to do? We're supposed to go turn off the power, which will re-lock that electric door. Which I'm going to do now. And then go get those pieces when the power's off, because the thing won't move. Oh, I'm also, with how the music's going, should probably prepare for the final boss, so I'm gonna do that. Get the Magnum. Do I have Magnum ammo still to spare? I do indeed. You know, the AK is nearly out of ammo. I will put it away, make space. I was debating how I wanted to go about this, but no, I will make the space. Let me just organise these for a sec. There. You know me, chat, always like to have my my inventory a set way. Yeah, so we got 2 slots there for both the pieces. So let's see if I'm right on the money. Oh shit, I just got an email. March 23rd is when the first DLC content of Sonic Frontiers comes out. Badass. Anyway, my device, electric power. Where is the thing? Move it up, yes. So now we should be able to go all the way around. It's gonna be dark again. Go out here and just go down the way, go all the way around into the manor, and then through that door, and we should be able to get both gems. To which then we can then take into the back rooms to move the music disc to see what that unlocks. As always, remember to like and subscribe. It generally really helps this channel grow. Or you can follow me on my Twitter or Patreon in the description of every video if you feel so inclined. I forgot to say that bit of the script. It does feel like that almost sometimes. I've got so used to saying it that it just feels like I am reading off a script of some kind, but no, it's just... I need to make a habit of making sure I keep saying it, because it does seem to have an effect. I know that's weird to say, but it does. I need to take both these jewels. Badass. As for people who were looking forward to me covering RE4 Classic, I explained the schedule, but because the schedule had to change... Cheers from Texas. Hey, nice... Welcome. Hope you're doing well. So I put it in the schedule update on the community post, but I feel like it's worth mentioning now we're on a video. I was originally planning on covering RE4 during this week prior to Rise of 3 coming out on Friday, because when Rise of 3 comes out, that's dominating all my time. Yeah, I changed that a little... Oh god, where did all these guys come from? I changed it a little ago, because it just being my name was not bringing any traction. And I had to be logical about it. I was like, no, I need an actual proper channel name. And because I was like living and breathing the Atelier series, and still kind of am, it just made more sense. So it can be more JRPG focused as well. But yeah, I was going to cover RE4 this week, but because the power was messing around and internet wasn't stable on Saturday, that delayed this Code Veronica stream till today. But because this got delayed, and I plan to take Thursday off, because I want... Friday, when Rise of 3 comes out, it should be a relatively long stream day. I want to make sure I'm well rested and ready for it, so I'm taking the day prior to it off. I realised that I'd only have Tuesday and Wednesday to go through Resident Evil 4 Classic if I decided to do RE4 Classic. And so it just... I was like, there's no way in hell I'm beating that game in just 2 streams. You know? So instead of doing half of it and having you guys wait forever, I was like, wouldn't it be better to wait to the other side so I can then, like, keep you guys along for the whole ride when I go through it? And so that's what it became. So apologies for that, but to try and make up for it, tomorrow I'm going to go through the original Castlevania, because it's been years since I last gone through it, and I think that'll be a fun torture match. And on Wednesday, I want to showcase Freedom Planet, because Freedom Planet 2 comes to consoles soon-ish, question mark. And so it'll be good to kind of showcase what the original game from like 8 years ago was like. Because I love it. It's a little long in the tooth, and I'm undecided whether I'll do story mode or classic mode, because the story's kind of melodramatic in a lot of ways. But it's like one of the things, if I do the melodramatic story, it like doubles the game length. But if I do just classic mode, it might not be long enough. Like, this stream might only be like 2 hours long, which is why I'm undecided yet. Because the story is it's not that it's bad, it's that it's kind of... It takes a while to, like, swallow it, I think is a better way to put it. You kind of watch it, and for a lot of the first half, you're like, Jesus Christ. There's a bunch of melodramatic teenagers going through shit they don't understand. What is going on here? But we should have some fun with it. But if I do it on classic mode, I might even be able to squeeze in two play styles, because there's 3 playable characters, and all of them have slightly different campaigns. Oh! Okay. Nice, and now we got the thing for the door. I don't need those pistol bullets. I'm not using the... Look at my armory. Do you really think I need a pistol? But I will take the extra top up here. Actually, before I get too gung-ho with that, I should check to see if there's a red herb. Is that fucking... I don't... No, I'm not picking it up. I don't need any more ink ribbons, game. I really do not need any more ink ribbons, game. If we finish this game early, which is a good chance we will, so I'm just checking this room one more time. Now, let's go. There is a bonus thing you unlock when you beat this game called Battle Game. I'll at least try that out for a bit. It's just I'm aware there isn't that much of this game left. And the only reason I didn't finish it last time is just I just ran out of time. Which is why I was a little bit more annoyed that I couldn't stream Saturday, because it's just like the last, for lack of a better word, like last bit of an hour, you know, left of the game that I just couldn't fit in. And had to make you guys wait extra for. Okay, so my target, now we've got this, is there. And there's that door there. Flipping Candles, Fancy Girls 2001, though. Yeah. I think this game was it 2000? I think it was 2000 for the Dreamcast release. And the 2001 version was PS2 copy. I think. I might be completely wrong on that. Oh, Jesus Christ! Stream repeating music. Hey, one man, how you doing? Well, get off me! I want a fucking peace. Get off me! I don't want to fight you guys. I'm saving my shoddy and magnum for the inevitable final boss. How much health am I on? That's not the pause button. Oh. Fine, I'll use this. Wait a minute, let me check what am I rooting again? How the heck am I... Oh, I do need to be back in there, whoops. I was so busy trying to get past the zombies. So I took a day off, stream a day. Fair enough, dude. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, one man, I'm going to be taking Thursday off because, touch wood, I've got it sorted that Friday should be a pretty damn long stream. So we can go all in on Rise of 3 on launch day. There's another... To be fair, I might as well take this green hub. I've got the room, and we're going to put the dragonfly key in a sec. Alright, where am I heading from here? Is it just straight? Okay, it's just straight down the whole way. Not gonna lie, WWE 2K23 is not winning me over. Oh no, what's not working with it? Because you might, I know nothing of wrestling, so if you could tell me, like, Icky Bicky does not do the Onky Sploinky, and I'd be like, oh man, really? Like, you could literally just say complete bullshit, and I'd be like, oh no! Longevity, plan of the game, mind you. But man, it has less than longevity over time. Oh, that's a shame. So I should use this, and we can activate the self-destruct. You've unlocked the door. And we need to activate, like, what, the self-destruct thing? Which we're hoping will unlock Claire's door, like, on a whim. Oh, there's more trouble in here, I can hear it. Where are you? Hey, buddy. I'm playing Mario Set, and not gonna lie, writing is awful. So I'm why still wanting what they think women sound like. Oh jeez. Yeah, the men writing women trope, and I say this as someone who is a writer that writes predominantly female characters, but Jesus fucking Christ, it is so painfully obvious when a writer is just writing what they want women to be and not writing what, like, how, you know, human beings are, you know? It is never not obvious when there's a person with ulterior motives. It's also not obvious when someone's trying to oversteer to make up their not during the problem. What I mean is, it's like, yes, Batman, I, a woman, managed to defeat you in battle. This proves women are... It's like, I can tell you're oversteering, dude. And so you're trying to come across like the good guy way too hard. It's not subtle. Self-destruct safety lock release system. Please enter the security code. Huh? Oh. Was I supposed to know this? Hang on. Am I supposed to have this? Hang on, is there a file that says, like, security codes? Oh, hang on, is it Veronica? Doesn't work, that's fair enough. For me, it's like, and I've said it before, but like, 95% of the people in my life are women. I've grown up predominantly with women. Like, my closest friends are women. You know, like, I know very, very few blokes. So, like, I've just grown up with people like that. And, like, you know, you learned, like, as a very young age, how, like, people actually are and not what books tell you they're like. Is the code just Veronica? I'm a genius. The Chris like, yes, I'm a genius. I solved the puzzle. Self-destruct sequence activated. Oh shit, right. No, toxic men think women are all catty and bitchy and such. That's how the writer's doing with that. Oh, yeah, that sounds awful. All doors... Oh, wow, so Claire's random guess was right. All the doors are unlocked. Alright, time to get the fuck out of here.
This facility will detonate in 5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay.
All doors are now unlocked.
This title card ever... What, being the game name being this... You know what the worst part is? You know what I just realized? The game's title isn't even Veronica, it's Code Veronica. The self-destruct code is Veronica. Those cheeky fucks! Get the fuck out of here, Mr. Zomble. Those sly cheeky fucks. Oh, Claire, there you are.
Of course.
The siblings are reunited.
Let's get out of here.
How'd I know? I was like, there's gonna be a final boss soon. Yes, let's just stay and watch it and not run past it while we have the opportunity.
What are we gonna do?
Claire, why are you asking that? You know what we should do. Kill the motherfucking thing. Is that a rocket launcher?
Okay. Turn the key clockwise simultaneously on 3.
Got it.
One, 2, 3.
These are the right better right now. Yeah. Alright, Alexia. Time for your final showdown, huh?
I'll keep her busy. Just go for the emergency elevator.
Chris, but...
I can take care of this. Just go.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Chris fucking Redfield.
You have to make it. Don't die on me.
Don't die on me, she says, unaware that Chris comes back in RE5, RE6, RE7, and RE8. Also, I kind of think that's a bit cheeky that the timer was still going in that load. So hey, how about a Magnum? Wow, one shot, huh? I mean, yeah, I get that one, man. That's a safer and better bet. Each character is a human being with their own morals, dilemmas, reasoning, and everything in between. Just write like that. Don't write like, oh, they're a girl, they must be like this. Was it pre-roided Redfield? No border punching here. Soon. Oh, so this is the final boss theme, huh? I'm just gonna magnum the shit out of this thing. Hey! Hey, what the fuck? Hey, what's this? This little bug beat me up. Hang on. Hey, fuck. Get the fuck out of here. What the hell? Ah! Hey, get off me! Hey, what the fuck? Oh, this is annoying. Oh, this is really fucking annoying. Oh my god. I wasn't going to say something that you can figure out what they want. Yeah. Oh my god, fuck this fight. Oh my god. I hope I have enough shots to kill this thing. This is an annoying as shit buzz. Is the super weapon available yet? Energy, rocks once the charge is complete. Oh, okay, so I'm biding time, got it. That is annoying. This might take a couple, guys. Oh my fucking god. Did you just kill some of our minions? That's appreciated. Oh, I'm dead. Wow! Great final boss, guys! Jesus! Alright, will it load the save, or will it just put me at the boss? It'd be really nice if it just puts me at the boss. Oh, it puts me at the self-destruct sequence. That's a fair enough checkpoint, actually. I think that makes sense, yeah. So it gives you, so if you want to, you can now backtrack and go get better stuff, whatever. But no, I think we can do this on this. So do we have to just wait out for that, like, in the rocket launcher to be unlocked? Or do you actually have to do damage? Like, is this like the Mr. X fight in RE2 remake, where like you have to do a set amount of damage, or like is it time based? Because if it's a set amount of damage, then
This facility will detonate in 5.
I might have to backtrack and go get my AK out as well. I wanted to leave the AK because we don't really have that much more in terms of spare open slots. Excuse me, Mr. Zomble. Oh, your position got reset. Interesting. So is it one shot from anything? Was I overthinking it earlier? Why does the timer start during the load screen? That's bullshit. Because if it is, then I'll save the extra magnum round. Okay, it is one shot from anything. Okay. Go, go, go! Also it begins. At least the music's good. It's Dreamcast as fuck, but I'm cool. Ow, fuck! Okay, we're in yellow. We're okay for a sec. Okay, are we still in yellow? We got whopped on, so... Yeah. Oh, this fight sucks. I can't express it enough. This fight is utter dog water. Oh, and like poison. Fantastic. Am I overthinking it? Am I supposed to just waste time? Because I can do that. Oh, jeez. Fuck, I'm poisoned again. Sorry, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here, you pieces of... Ah! Stupid bugs! I think I'm going to try and just waste time, assuming I live that long. Because they're poisoned as well. Yeah, when it hits 3 minutes, it'd be really nice if the game was like, oh, the thing is unlocked, you can get it now. Like now? I mean, charge log is released once charge is complete. So yeah, I think we have just got to waste time. We're absolutely going to die because we're poisoned. Ow. Yeah, there we go. Alright, this might take a few. Tesla's not charging that rocket launcher. No, they probably are, the pieces of shit. If I went back, what was it? I'm trying to remember. Is there anything really helpful in my item box that I would want that could help? Because the biggest mistake I made is that Claire, I think, still holds the grenade launcher. And so we can't access it because this game is brilliantly designed. Energize the bunny when we need them. So we've got our pistol in there, but that's just, you know, our pistol with 700 bullets. Which, no, I think the thing is that we need to, like, swerve the enemy, not fight the thing. Yes, yes, release the lock. No. But the thing is, like I said, this is the only game I've never played before, so me figuring out this boss, this is all blind for me. So if I am completely misunderstanding and you guys are like, no, this is what you're supposed to do, let me know. Am I supposed to wait it out, or is it like a damage cap?
Will detonate in
I can't skip this cutscene. I guess because it starts the timer that you can't.
All doors are now unlocked.
Did that poison me? No. Is that my strat, guys? Oh, whoops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I didn't pay attention to my ammo. Uh-oh. Am I poisoned or just hurt? I'm just hurt. Okay, that's fine. So I think we've just got to waste time. What? We weren't on that low health, were we? Oh. Whoops. We weren't, I didn't realize we was on that low health. Oh. God damn it. Whoops. Oh, well, you can super zip that around. But I imagine then, once we beat the final boss, down the stairs, the lift's right next to us. Like, that's why, like, you probably have to spend most, if not all the time of it fighting this thing.
This facility will detonate in
Can't skip
5
this.
minutes. All doors are now unlocked.
I'll make this the last proper attempt, and then if we fail this, I'll go back to the item box and see if we can figure something out. It says... because we might... I don't want to say, like, you have to damage it. To be fair, if I still had ammo in the AK, that would help, because we could just machine gun the shits, but we only have, like, 22% left. Which is, to be fair, my own fault as well, but let's just see how this goes. So I need to pay more attention to my health. Ah, fuck it, I'll top up now. We got hit by a few things at once there. Oh no, we're still good. Oh, that bitch came out swinging. I was like, I'm ready for it. That one came out swinging. Okay, 6 shots left. Come on, how long till the thing's out? How many shots I got left in this fucking thing? And how what's our health doing? 2 shots, and then we're on to the Magnum. We still in yellow? Oh boy, another real fun begins. Oh, it killed some of its own buddies. 230, come on, open the thing. God damn it. What am I doing on health? Hey, can the thing unlock now? Please? Please? There's no chance. There's no shot. Unless it unlocks, like, right fucking now. Please. Please, I'm begging you. Please. Oh, refund charge complete. Ah! Maybe it is damaged then. I'm dead. Maybe it is damage then. Maybe you do have to do a set amount of damage. Alright, I'm gonna go get the iron box, and I'm gonna go come in guns fucking blazing. So we'll be back. We'll be back. We're gonna come in guns fucking blazing. So maybe it's like, when you do a set amount of damage, it gets stunned or some shit. So I'll be back. Oh, this isn't the door I was thinking of. I was like, I need to make sure I swivel and go, because there's going to be a zombie right in front of me. No, it's still not the right door I was thinking of. It's the next one. Is there anything down here super quick? Other than more pisties. You know, we're heading back to the iron box anyway, sure, I'll take him with me. So I might even need to take the pistol as well. I might need to go super fucking Rambo on this. So I don't have all the inventory slots in the world, and the AK takes up 2 slots, which is why we're like, we'll see. It'll be worth it though for the rocket launcher. If we can get there. I imagine like most games, like, you know, Tyrant in RE1, Mr. X and 2, the rocket launcher will be a one-tap. Like, once you get a hold of it, you just press the button and the game ends. And as I said, tragically, we don't actually have the nade launcher. Claire's got it. See, now here's the thing. That's why I'm trying to sit on it. It's like, do I bring the AK or do I bring the explosive powder and bring the bow? But the bow does like negative damage once you run out of the explosive powder. We've only got 10 shots, which is why I'm like, I think just the AK would be better. Regardless of what I decide here, I'm gonna save, so if we fuck up again, I can just load the save instead of doing this. I'll bring the pistol because we got the pistol bullets. It just makes more sense. Then I'll save. We just got more bullets, so we can just keep firing more. Well, actually, no, because that wasn't the problem, was it? Maybe I will bring the AK. I don't know! Would it be an easier choice? Yeah, we'll try that. Because the AK, we might be able to crowd control the little shits a little bit more as well, whilst we figure out the fight. But real talk, why is Chris fighting this thing alone? Why weren't we smart? It's like, Claire, you have a grenade launcher, join me! You have the grenade launcher, I forgot to put it in the item box so I could have it. Join me in the fight. You know, I hope this game has like the once you beat the game, the super weapons still. Because I'd like to go through this game again with like the super weapons, like in my spare time, just to see how like everything reacts when you don't have some of this game's odd restrictions. Or have to put up with some of the weird mechanics and systems, like the big one being the first boss that you have to kill it using the storage container. No matter how much damage you do to it, it doesn't do anything. And I've said this before, but I'm uber curious how you're supposed to beat this game in under 4 hours for that trophy. But I might watch a speedrun of this after I'm done as well, just to kind of see what it's like in effective motion. Fair, wrong, yeah. At least Veronica's easy to spell. Imagine if it was like some hyper-elaborate wordplay code. And it's like, yes, your dyslexic brain will have to remember how to spell it every single time you try to give this boss a try. That would be awful. At least Veronica spelled how it sounds.
Detonate in 5 minutes. All doors are now unlocked.
You know what would also help? And I know you're going to be like, well, yeah, no shit. But stick with me on this. If this game had grenades... Not necessarily like you need like the frag grenade, but if it had like a flash grenade, we could like, every time like the little shits come out, we could just throw them to keep them at bay. Yeah, can't skip this. Alright, I'm gonna back my sorry ass into a corner first. And then... I'm going to double check my health like all the time to see if I make sure we're still doing okay. Oh, I need to heal. If I ever, like, way after this marathon, be like, oh, what Resident Evil should I return to and try again? If I, for even a second, say, oh, why don't I go through Code Veronica again? Stop me. And say, remember Alexia Phase 2? I'm dead. Fuck, god damn it. This boss is ass! And it's just because they're little shits. Like, if you stop to deal with them, they always get pot shots you anyway. What I'm gonna do is literally just look up if it's a timer or damage for the final boss. Just super quick. So if it's timer, then we can, like, try and build around it. Oh, okay, so it is a damage thing, okay. The game also, the guide also says that you get extra damage if you hit the tentacle when it comes out to whip you, so, alright. We have our strat then. The guide just, I'll check the IGN guide, and it said try and keep moving, taking pot shots when you can. So basically don't stand still or you get bullied by the thing, which is minus by the little things. When you do enough damage, like a part of the thing and part of the creature will die. Once you see it die, then the thing's unlocked. So it isn't a timer, it is you have to damage. So there is a method to the madness, it's just, you've got to fucking hit it.
This facility will detonate in 5 minutes. All doors are now unlocked.
We got this, eventually. It'll take us a few more still, potentially, but we'll get this. Now I know it's a damage thing and not a time waster. We just got to try and keep going all in and just try and feel out the stupid annoying bug things until we get it. Because that's the thing, the boss isn't the threat, it's the little bugs that pester the shit out of you. Oh, it did catch us. I was like, are we gonna be far enough? Oh, please get out of my way, you fucks. Okay, it's out. I didn't know if I had one more shot or not. I lost count. Please let me bring up my inventory game. Oh shit! Progress! Progress! Yeah, ew, I hate it. Okay, so put the bugs on screen. Oh, get me that linear launcher. Give me that rocket. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, also, I saw in the guide, this thing's called the linear launcher when I was looking around. Infinite ammo? Bruh. They're like, yeah, we get it. Fuck her up. Gotcha! Also, kind of disappointing it's not a rocket launcher, it's a laser beam. But whatever, I guess next-gen technology! They had to, like, make it look fancier. It's like, instead of making a rocket, let's make it a laser beam.
Chris!
Wesker!
Move.
Claire! No!
How fast did Wesker run away with our sister? Bruh.
Chris!
Well done, Chris. It turns out that Alexia's work wasn't much of anything. So now, the only thing left is revenge.
Let her go, Wesker! You don't want her.
Fine.
Claire!
That was a very easy convincing.
Today's a good day. I came for Alexia, but killing you is even better.
Sorry to disappoint you, but Alexia is gone.
That's no longer a concern to me. I have Steve to work with.
What?
Steve.
In his body, there's still a living T. Alexia virus. Steve should be a good specimen. Maybe he'll come back alive just as I did, and be able to see your sister again.
You freak.
Don't you touch him!
I'm sorry, dear heart. But my men have already taken him.
You get out of here, Claire.
But what about...
As a surviving member of STARS, I have to finish this.
Remember your promise.
Are we really gonna fight Wesker here? That's actually kind of cool.
I'll end this once and for all. Say hello to my comrades who you've killed.
I don't know where you get your confidence, Chris.
Well, nice try, Chris. Good, fun while it lasted.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate.
It's been a real long 5 minutes. We should all be dead.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Sure, I'm not human anymore. But just look at the power I've gained.
Jesus Christ, Chris, is this what you roid up for RE5? Because you get fucking whooped by Wesker if you're not.
Magnificent, don't you think?
Wesker lives that, by the way. Because we see him again in 5. Alright, Chris, time to get up. Yeah, the place is going to self-destruct. No, you don't even have time to catch your breath. The place is going to self-destruct in like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, get the fuck up now! Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Get the fuck up and get out of there now, Chris, while you still got the chance. Oh, he's a little dizzy though. You actually did something to him.
Nice try.
Wesker.
Today's your lucky day. Next time we meet, don't count on another.
Next time.
Until we meet again.
Man, man, why were those explosion sound effects so bad? They were like really low quality explosion sound effects. Alright, Chris, get your ass out of here. I haven't touched the controller in like a few minutes now. Let's go.
Chris, where are you?
Jesus Christ, Chris, I'm not making an entrance.
You know that I always keep my promises.
Why is he so calm? I've been like, you've been gutted. I always keep my promises. How was he just like, I always keep my promises? Like, no
Chris,
care whatsoever.
Promise me. Please promise that you won't leave me alone again.
I'm sorry, Claire, but it's not over yet. There's still something we've got to do.
You mean...
Yeah, it's payback time. We've got to destroy Umbrella. Now, let's finish this once and for all!
So let me get this straight. Is this 3 Resident Evil games in a row where the ending is we gotta take out Umbrella? RE2, what do we do now, Leon? We gotta take out Umbrella. Resident Evil 3, what do we do now, Jill? We gotta take out Umbrella. RE Code V, what do we gotta do now, Chris? We gotta take on Umbrella. They spent so long setting up this whole we gotta take the fight to Umbrella. And do you know what happens in RE4? They were dealt with off screen. They were dealt with entirely off screen. Because they go bankrupt. This game's a mess. It's a charming mess, and I'm glad I experienced it, but it is a mess. It's one of those games that's... It's got problems, and it's not necessarily that it's so good that you ignore the problems. It's that it's so endearing that you can put up with them. Because this game's dumb, whether it's the voice acting, whether it's the... You know, some of the level design being a bit weird, some of the puzzles are a little on the obtuse side, some of the actual just plot shenanigans are a bit like all over the place. This game's kinda messy, but I enjoyed it anyway. I was saying throughout the course of the game that as the game went on, I enjoyed it more and more. I came out of the first stream of this game kind of like enjoying it, but not liking it, if that makes sense. Like throughout all of it, I was like, this game's kind of just bad, but I wasn't really vibing with it, I just enjoyed the bullshit, you know? But as it went on, I did come around to it. I enjoyed it more and more each stream. I will say, however, the game's got a really awkward balance for bosses, and I also have a problem with the map design, but let me go on to the bosses first. The very first boss in the game's arguably the hardest boss in the game. And not only that, it's also like the closest thing to a complete soft lockable situation. Because you have to do a set amount of damage, right? It's in a tiny ass arena, so if you have to go knife only, good fucking luck. But this game also has that security box puzzle at the start of the game, where you have to deposit absolutely everything, including the bare essentials, and the security box does not link to item boxes. So if for whatever reason you left the knife behind, if you run out of ammo, you're just soft-locked because your save is already on the plane. In fact, there are 2 save points that are beyond the point of no return. So there's 2 opportunities where you could just get fucked and completely soft-lock yourself from that fight effectively. That's never happened in an RE game yet. There's never been a situation where you're completely... Oh no. There's never been a point where, that's been a thing. Like, this is the first Resident Evil game to have a badly designed fight where you can soft-lock yourself. Nosferatu was a bit easier, but then every boss in between Nosferatu and the final boss was a joke. They either couldn't hit you if you just stood in a certain spot, had next to no health, or even like Alexia Phase 1, 5 Magnum rounds, the fight ended. They had all that build-up, it took 5 bullets and the fight ended. And even then, I think what I figured out with Alexia Type 2 is I was shooting the body. I think you were supposed to shoot the limbs, because she reacted when I shot the limbs. The music in this game's great, though. Compared to, like it's... Not every track's made equal. Like, the actual, when you're exploring the map in the first chunk of the game, I found that track completely forgettable, like it just didn't stick with me, but all the boss themes, I mean, okay, we're listening to one right now, I genuinely enjoy. They're absolutely the subject of their time, you can hear this is like 2000 Dreamcast, but I kind of enjoy it. Yeah. The other biggest problem I had is the initial map. The Antarctica part of the map's fine, genuinely, like even though some of the puzzles were a little meh, the actual Antarctica part of the map was fine, because it was one concentrated facility that was interlocked, and so everything linked to everything else, basically. So it didn't take that long for you to backtrack if you needed to. Whilst in the main map, the Rockford Islands, when it was the blue shield, I didn't really think about it when we was going through it, but it was only afterwards I thought about it. One of the blue shields is on the opposite end of where you need to be, and it's not like opposite end of a building. One of the shields is in the residence, which is at the northmost part of the map beyond the palace, and it requires usage in the prison yard at the southmost point of the map. So you start in the first usage spot, which is the prison base to the east. You have to leave the prison base, go into the corridor in the middle, go up to get the blue key, go all the way down the entire fucking stretch of the map, all the way down to the prison yard, to solve one puzzle that unlocks something in the residence, so you can U-turn and go all the way fucking back up the whole map. There shouldn't have just been one very long linear path up that stretch to backtrack. There should have been alternate routes. And RE1, 2, and 3 did a much better job of doing that. It felt like this game was like, look at all the crazy new maps we can make and like everything, next-gen technology, without actually acknowledging that they need to be interconnected. It wasn't. It was like a bunch of set locations with a corridor linking them. That's all by design. Yeah, my biggest thing with the OST is that the boss tracks are fine, the level tracks are forgettable. Like, some of them just feel outright apathetic. Like, they don't really, they don't stick with you, they're not, atmospheric, they just feel, apathetic. They just feel like you're just kind of listening to it, and it's like something just droning in the background a little bit. This is a cute final image, I guess. Chris and Claire in casual wear. Hey, that rhymes. The siblings hanging out. That's how I feel about CS3's OST. Yeah, so I think it's a shame, because the boss themes I genuinely really liked. Alexia's theme was great, both of her themes. E. Grade E. Took me 12 hours and 44 minutes. I saved 34 times, and I just reloaded to save 17 times. Yeah, that sounds like a blind playthrough, alright. Once again, I must reiterate, there's a trophy for beating this game in under 4 hours. And now we've unlocked Battle Game. Since we finished the game, we've only been streaming for an hour, so I'll do a bit of Battle Game. It's the only game I'm going to be streaming today, just because I'm trying to keep on top of schedules and top of things. Okay, Battle Game, if you are unaware, is the precursor to Mercenaries. Do it in 4 hours. Well, apparently there's a trophy for it, so it's got to be able to do it. Battle Game is the precursor to the Mercenaries. If you don't know what Mercenaries is, it's effectively an arcade mode where enemies infinitely spawn. You play as a large variety of characters, and it's up to you to try and solve the conundrum and keep it going for as long as possible. This is before Mercenaries though, so it's a lot clunkier and a lot more different. If we pick Claire, we got the pistol, the bow gun, and 4 mixed herbs. With Chris, we got the Magnum and the Shoddy, so just the better choice, got it. We can play as this prick, we can play as Steve Burnside, and we've got the Golden Lugers and the submachine guns. Oh, that's it, okay. I'll try out as Kreas. What? You can do it in first person? Let's try in first person, that sounds janky as shit, I'm up for it. Infinite Magnum round. What? Oh, this is... Oh, okay, this controls awfully. The controls are no different from when it's in third person. So now I've got tank controls, first person, running around. Why did you shoot that right next to you, Chris Redfield? What are we even aiming for? I must defeat the monsters. Oh, you were still alive. Now all of them dead. Yeah, this controls as bad as it looks. This ain't no Half-Life. This game controls like shit. Oh god. How are you supposed to do this with, like, Claire's shit arsenal? You know, the bow gun that, like, I guess it has unlimited explosive ammo, so you use that. Also, these rooms do not connect genuinely. You just so you're just jumping from zone to zone, killing everything. Oh, nice. That's cool. I am coming to terms of realizing I probably made a mistake going, ooh, first per- oh, Jesus Christ, why did you look onto that one? Oh, wait. I wonder how long this is and what enemies show up. Okay, that's not the room we're aiming for. I'm having to like fight myself a little bit because I keep on wanting to do what I'm used to in first person. I have to keep on reminding myself like, no, this isn't. This is still Resident Evil Code Veronica's controls, you know? Which, to be fair, when it's in third person, the controls are fine. It's just tank controls. And we've still got one more Resident Evil game with tank controls before we officially move away from it. We've still got RE4 itself. Chris, you really like aiming for explosive barrels like point blank with you, don't you? Oh, did I hit this bitch at the back as well? Oh, am I hurt? Oh, I am. I was like, why am I moving so slow? I guess the explosive barrel at point blank really fucked up Chris. Oh, there's still one alive. Bruh, that's your fastest turning circle, Mr. Redfield? So speaking of Half-Life earlier, I really hope Half-Life comes back to console one day. I know Valve do like perfectly fine on console, so they have no reason to really care about it. But it'd be really nice to go through the Half-Life games on stream one day. Because I'm no... The joke I always make is that I'm no piano player. I am awful with keyboard and mouse. Oh no, I thought there was something there. And to be fair, the PS2 version of Half-Life's pretty good. They put on a lot. They added a lock on so they could try and keep it kind of snappy for console. Because keep in mind, this was the PS2, so ooh, there were faults, to put it mildly, at the time of PS2 and first-person shooters. So to make up for it, to try and keep it snappy, they put a lock on similar to GoldenEye 64 or Perfect Dark on the 64. There's another item here. There it is. And then, of course, like, my first exposure to Half-Life 2 was through the Orange Box on 360. And although I have my niche problems with some of Half-Life 2, but I feel like it's a little too experimental at the time, I still really love that game. I love Episode 2 as well. I avoid Episode 1. I find Episode 1 kind of just, like, it's a little boring, personally. I didn't find it that interesting. I did like the challenge of, sorry, I gotta make sure I got this hunter dead. I did like the challenge of, trying to beat Episode 1, only firing one shot, and you have to use that shot on a padlock. So basically you have to beat the whole game without shooting once. That was a fun extra challenge for an achievement. Oh, it's this corridor, the million enemies, got it. How long is this battle game? Cute. Oh, they're not all dead. It's like, do some enemies just have, like, explosive packs on them? Is it this door we're aiming for? Yes. One of you fucks aren't dead. Oh, they okay, one of them must have just burnt to death. Maybe I was too quick. I imagine the way that has two of the enemies in front of it instead of one is the way we need to go. Nope, it's the other way, of course it is. Wow, you really feel how slow the turning circle is when you're in first person. I gotta be honest though, because this game, like, none of the backgrounds are CG, like they are in the first, or like pre-rendered. Why? Why? What the fuck? Why? Why just put, hey, you know that final boss you fucking hate? Hey, just have this. Oh, I'm dead. Alright, that's battle game, isn't that fun? Oh, you don't even get to retry, just end your battle game, got it. No, we'll try Steve. You haven't played as Steve. We'll do it in third person, mix it up. Okay, these guns suck. Okay, let's go to these. This bitch isn't even dead. There he is. Come on, Steve Burnside! I'll do the Steve run, and then I'll probably wrap, because there's not much we can do here. There's other characters you can unlock in Battle Game as well, I'm aware of. But I'm not that fussed. Come on! Get closer to the barrel. That'll do. They didn't even kill half of them, Jesus Christ. You sound like Naruto or something. Whoa! Maybe I am Nagato in disguise! Steve, no, stop it, come back to us. What? I'm dead canonically. Also, that's the thing, they did that whole thing with, you know, Wesker talking about how, like, he might use Steve's, like, remnants of the Alexia virus to, you know, build upon it and expand it for his experimental games and all that bullshit. And then he also like mocked Claire a little bit by going, hey, I might even bring him back. Steve never comes back. All the time things. Steve genuinely never comes back. This is the first and last time Steve comes back. It's the same with Billy Cohen in Resident Evil 0. He's in RE0, you never see his ass again. But like I said, we're not covering 0 in this journey. I know it's technically a mainline game, but like I fucking hate 0. I can't stress enough. 0, I've played it before, and I didn't enjoy it at all. And so I had no desire to go through it right now. If I go through 0, what I'll do is, once I've done the main games, if I ever decide to start tackling spin-offs, I will include 0 in that. Because I'd like to cover the Revelations games at some point. I won't cover everything, because ultimately, not everything's fun, firstly, and secondly, not everything's available. Like, the only way you're playing Resident Evil Survivor is either through emulation or hunting down a PS1 copy, you know? That game never got any kind of remaster. Same with Resident Evil Dead Aim. And to be fair, it's not a bad thing that neither of those games got remastered. They're, hilariously atrocious. I said, Dead Aim's more just funny. Dead Aim's just funny, man. It really is. Because, it's so poorly designed, not a single line in the subtitles matches the dialogue. Like, it's that kind of like, wow, okay, sure. The only interesting thing about Dead Aim is that the main villain, there's a really popular theory that the main villain of that game is transgendered. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, fair enough. Because, and the reason why I mean is, Resident Evilness, the G virus, different from the T virus, effectively makes you an exaggerated monster version of your truest self. You know, like, Birkin wanted to protect what you get about, so he became this giant muscle head. In RE5, there's a guy who gets the G virus who's like all ego, so he gets like a gargantuan head. The main villain of Dead Aim goes from a man to a woman when they take the G virus. It's like, interesting! So their true self was feminine. And there's a very popular fan theory that the main villain of that game is trans, which is cool. I'll go with that theory. Survivor I'd love to play on stream. More like as a drink, it'd be like almost like, even though I don't drink, it'd be like a drinking game kind of game. Which would literally just be every time the game makes us laugh our ass off, take a shot. And we'd get about as far as, Vincent? I'm Vincent? I assure you, that game's voice acting is hilarious. Ark Thompson is oh, spoilers by the way, the main character isn't Vincent. Ark Thompson is a hilarious protagonist that just says shit. And I wish I was kidding when I say he just says shit sometimes. See, they could force between getting rid of the virus is great good versus protecting the person's true self. Yeah. I think also Dead Aim was the actual real first Final Fantasy to start the trend of the game having a giant ship level. Because for a while, almost every Resident Evil game had like a cargo ship level, either near the start of the game or near the end of it. But I think Dead Aim, because Dead Aim, like, the whole first half of the game is on a tanker. But it, like, to jump the gun, RE5, the last area is on a cargo ship. RE6, the last area of one of the campaigns, on a cargo ship. RE7 ends on a cargo ship. Resident Evil Revelations is on a cargo ship. Like, it really become like a constant thing for Resident Evil for a while. That in picture tropes but I just like it. It's like I just like it. So obviously, there's probably a good chance that it's like that's not the intention the devs were going for or whatever. I just like the think of it that way because it's just a fun thing. Like it's not hurting anyone, you know. Just like literally anything to do with the transgender community. We're never fucking hurting anyone. We're just totally like vibing. So whatever, you know. Just let us vibe. Yeah, and that's fair too. Ultimately, as long as you enjoy it, that's what matters most. It doesn't really matter for what reason or what's going on in the background. As much as I talk about it here and there all the time, it's as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. Oh, there's still another enemy alive. Oh, is it the one that's laying down over here? Yeah, I forgot about you. So, question, what are we going to do when Valaxia Phase 2, when all we've got are these fucking submachine guns? What's your plan, Steve? Because the Lucas do, like, negative damage, so we can't use them. There are technically 2 Survivor games as well, but Survivor 1 is funny bad, Survivor 2 is just bad. Which is why, like, even when people are like, hey, if you really want to experience absolutely everything Resident Evil, Survivor 2 is really the one you can just skip, it's fine. Which is funny because Survivor 2, as far as I'm aware, is a retelling of this game. It's a retelling of Code Veronica. And it's funny that I don't like Code Veronica, and the retelling of it apparently is one of like the worst Resident Evils ever. I'm like, huh, interesting. And it's not the first time Code Veronica... Well, I say it is the first time, but it's not the only time I meant to say that Code V story gets retold, because Darkside Chronicles on the Wii also retells Code V. And both Darkside Chronicles and Umbrella Chronicles are like 2 of like the other Resident Evil games that I've genuinely never experienced in any form or fashion. Like, I wasn't even aware they were a thing until a streamer I watch tackled them. Because I've said it before, I mention him a lot because he's a great streamer and I highly recommend watching his stuff. Ray Nevaeus, or Ray Nevaeus Jr., he's making it a mission in the background to go through absolutely every single Resident Evil mainline and spin-off. The only ones he's missing now is like Operation Raccoon City because he needs to get a gang together with that because it's 4-player multiplayer. Survivor 2 and like 1 or 2 other small spin-offs like here and there that I can't remember. I wasn't even aware of Umbrella Chronicles until he started playing them. He emulated them, but still. For my marathon journey though, I am only tackling main entries. So for this journey, it will end with Village. or RE4 Remake, because I'm undecided whether I'll do base RE4, then do Remake 4, or whether just to kind of, like, take out a small cinch of the redundancy, leave 4 Remake until after I've done the rest. Because it might be on sale by the time I get through Village anyway. Or the Separate Ways DLC might be out. Which is a shame that that's DLC, but I get it. Because in base RE4, I say that, in the GameCube version of RE4, I think it had Assignment Ada, but didn't have Separate Ways. Like, Separate Ways was starting from the PS2 port onwards. I know there's another one of you fucks in here, there it is. So, like, I think Assignment Ada's in 4 Remake, or going to be. But, Separate Ways is confirmed to be DLC, which is just like, whatever, so I might just wait for Separate Ways to be out as well, and then just tackle them all together. Which also, if that's the case, they are really holding off showing off Wesker in RE Engine. Like, they are really holding off. Because that's where he shows up. I don't think it was Assignment Ada, I think it was Separate Ways that you saw Wesker to kind of like show the connection between the Las Plagas, because that's the virus we're going to be dealing with in RE4, and Wesker, because Wesker takes the Las Plagas and mutates it in 5, alongside everything else. Like, Wesker's literally like a petri dish by the time you fight him in RE5. He's got the T virus in him, he has the T Alexia virus, like super enhanced in him, he has Las Plagas involved in him, like, he's literally like a walking petri dish. And so an Assignment Ada / Separate Ways is like just sort of solving that bit. But because RE1 Remake was before RE Engine, if we do get to see Wesker in RE4 Remake, it'll be the very first time we've seen him in RE Engine, so we'll get to see what he looks like. Oh yeah, those guys do have like bomb packs on them, I can see it now. Now we're not in first person. And there's also like more co-op AI in RE4. Like, a lot of, like, pre-testing, which is making a lot of people think that an RE5 remake's gonna happen eventually. And I'm gonna be honest, there's a part of me that's like, firstly, when are you gonna draw the line with these remakes? And secondly, you can't remake 5 without remaking Code Veronica first. Because Code Veronica does more to establish the history between Wesker and Chris. If you've only been playing the remakes and you go straight from RE1 Remake all the way through them to RE5, the level of hatred and two-way vindication that Chris and Wesker have for each other won't make as much sense. Whilst in this, like, now Chris understands the real threat, he understands what he's aiming for, yada yada. So when we get to RE5, we'll have more of an understanding of the Chris versus Wesker battle that's going on in that game. If they do remake 5 though, I'll be very curious. Interesting! So Chris's final fight is Alexia, but it's not universal. Interesting! We might actually win this one then. people might probably go, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm honestly kind of more looking forward to going through RE5 than I am RE4. Like, RE4 is iconic, and I love that game to death, like, everyone who plays it kind of does. But RE5 has been, like, Resident Evil as a franchise really started changing, so I'm kind of curious and more excited to kind of go back to it, and kind of, like, reflect on, like, how much the franchise changed so quickly. Because RE5 barely has any horror, and is super actiony. RE6, what is horror? It's just a 20-hour, like, action film. A kind of bad 20-hour action film, but it's still like a 20-hour odd action film kind of shmup. There we go. Does that end the battle game? Does that mean that Claire's final fight will be like Nosferatu? Okay. E? How do I get like a better rank then? You just have to be super quick? But there's not much you can do. You have to kill the enemies in the room. What? That'll do. That'll do. I know this was a shorter stream, but that'll do. Just because I said I'm going to be busy throughout the week, and I don't have really like time to kind of organize and set something else up today. So unfortunately, yes, this is, although it's an extremely short stream, clocking in an hour and 40 minutes, which is terrible for me, I do have to wrap it up here, because by the time we set up something else and get to go, I've got work again today, so it just, I wouldn't be able to stream for long. It's an annoying situation, but it is what it is. Next time we meet in Resident Evil, it will be the 2005 original Resident Evil 4. No, we are not diving into the remake just yet. Like I said, I'm undecided whether I'll do 4, then 4 remake, or I'll do 4, 5, 6, 7 Village, then 4 remake. But that's for future me to worry about. However, when we next meet, it will be the 2005 original Resident Evil 4. I don't know exactly when that will be, because my original plan was to do it this week, when this game was originally going to get finished on Saturday. But because, you know, we didn't get this game finished on Saturday because my internet was like a mess, everything had to be rearranged. So tomorrow when we meet, we're going through the original classic Castlevania, which will be fun, but I want to get that covered. I want to get that and Simon's Quest covered at some point, just to kind of unify my playlist. Like, I kind of want every Castlevania, but Bloodlines on that eventually. Bloodlines, like, that's the only game I just straight up don't like, which is why it's on the sub-goal list, because I will suffer it if you make me. It's also why it's very high up on the sub-goal list, because I will only suffer it if you make me. Yeah. But I digress. I want to get that and Simon's Quest done at some point. Simon's Quest, though, who knows? Because that one, I'd have to have a guide on standby for the whole thing, because that's kind of the thing with Simon's Quest. If you've never played it before and you don't know what I'm talking about, that game, if you know what you're doing, you can get it done in about 45 minutes. But the whole point of it, to try and like deliberately stretch out longevity, they made the nature of progressing through the game extremely convoluted and elaborate, and deliberately either gave you hints that didn't help or led you the wrong way, and then made it extremely obscure anyway, like holding a certain item, standing in a certain spot, and then holding crouch for 10 seconds, and then the door will open, like shit like that, and the game doesn't tell you about it. Like, it's super, it was designed back on the NES era to just extend longevity the artificial way, by just making players get stuck. So when I eventually do that, I'll absolutely have a guide, because there's so much bullshit that you just won't figure out on your own. And it's not even a matter of, like, oh, maybe if you're super smart, you might be able to... No, it's designed for you to just get stuck and just throw things at the wall until something sticks. Castlevania 3 I might revisit as well, because I did stream Castlevania 3, but it was years ago. It was before I did, like, started streaming regularly like I do now. It was forever ago when I streamed it. Like, it was, like, old quality, old mic, old everything. So I might revisit that one day as well. But... that's a huge we'll see, because Castlevania 3 is the hardest Classicvania for a reason. So that would be kind of hard pressed to convince me to go for that as well. But I've gone on enough. Next time we meet in the Resident Evil universe, like I said, will be 2005's Resident Evil 4. The iconic game changer that changed everything for not just the franchise, but for a lot of horror games from there on. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry this was a shorter stream, but nothing could queue in. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It genuinely really helps this channel grow. Resident Evil, actually, if I gave my tier list before I wrap completely, of all the Resident Evil games we played in this marathon, which are admittedly all remakes until this one, so there's also a bit of an unfair advantage, I'd say it's kind of been like a steady stream of diminishing returns. And not because I say it's a bad thing, just RE1 was my favorite. When I first beat RE2 Remake, I preferred that, but as time's gone on, I've preferred RE1 Remake. Like, that's the one I've gone back to more often in my spare time. But RE2 Remake is an insanely close second. That game is absurdly fun. RE3 takes a bit of a dip, more just because the game's kind of short and linear and just kind of janky in places. Like, the whole scripted sequence of, you know, having to hold the line with, like, an assault rifle. It's like, this isn't Resident Evil anymore. And then, like, way fucking down there is this game. I said, this game is endearingly fun, and I recommend it for the wrong reasons, but it doesn't change the fact that the core product is kind of flawed. It's the first, like, misstep I feel like this franchise has had on our journey. And unfortunately, it might not be the last, because we've still got RE6. And, man, RE6. RE6 is going to be interesting, because it's not only, like, arguably one of the weaker, if not the worst, Resident Evils in the main series, it's also straight up the longest. Which is, like, just, like, you're fucking kicking you while you're down. It's like, yes, it's not only the one of the weakest, it's also way too long. So, yeah, that'll be a... I don't know how I'm going to handle 6 when we get to 6, because there's 4 campaigns, and all of them are 6 chapters long, and all of them are, like, 6 to 7 hours long each, and it's like, I will figure that one out when we get to it. But I've waffled on enough. There's not much else I can talk about here. As always, thank you so much for watching. This playthrough's been a complete ride. You can find my Twitter and Patreon in the description of every video if you feel so inclined. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the classic Nintendo Entertainment System version of Castlevania. Till then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.